Hey there, welcome to our very first episode of Existence Unknown's Chronicle series. I'm Mike, and today I'm going to ask you something that could change the way you see everything around you. What if everything we know, our lives, our realities, the universe itself, isn't real at all? What if we're living in a simulation? Sounds crazy, right? Well, hold on to your seat because we're about to dive into the mind-bending world of simulation theory. Now, before you dismiss it, think about this. Some of the smartest minds on the planet, people like Elon Musk, believe the odds are in fact pretty high that we're living in a simulation. So let's break it down and see if this theory might actually be true.
Simulation theory was first popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom back in 2003.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is simulation theory? It's pretty simple, actually. Imagine this. Everything around you, the people you know, the life you're living, your thoughts, your feelings. What if it was all part of an elaborate simulation created by an advanced civilization? Kind of like being inside a first-person style game, but you have no idea you're the character.
Back in the 1600s, René Descartes was the first to propose that our reality could be deceiving us.
It sounds like something straight out of the Matrix, right? But here's the thing. This isn't just some wild sci-fi idea. It is actually a serious theory, and some pretty brilliant minds are backing it up. This isn't just a what-if scenario. There's an actual argument for it, and it comes from a philosopher named Nick Bostrom. He calls it the simulation argument. Bostrom suggests that if an advanced civilization gets to the point where they can run realistic simulations, they're likely to run millions of them. And get this, he argues that the odds are actually stacked in favor of us being in one of those simulations. Let that sink in for a second. If a civilization can create simulations, the numbers suggest that we're more likely to be in one of them than the real original world.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more from Existence Unknown. Go ahead, do it now.
So, if we're in a simulation, how would we even know? Well, Bostrom suggests that we might see or experience a glitch in the system. Something that might make you stop for a second and have a bit of a what the moment. Ever had the strange feeling of deja vu? Or noticed something that didn't add up? Like a coincidence that's a little too perfect to be true.
Oh, deja vu.
What if those are actual glitches in the simulation? What if our world is occasionally giving us little clues that we're not living in the real world at all? Now, here's the really interesting part. Even Elon Musk has said the odds of us living in a simulation are very high. And it's not just him. Scientists, tech experts, and even physicists are starting to take simulation theory seriously.
If we're in a simulation, are we simply code? Could our emotions and thoughts just be good programming?
Why, you ask? Because the laws of physics in our universe seem too perfect. Things work out just the way they need to, and they always follow a predictable pattern. Could that be a sign that someone or something is pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? Oh. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Well, here's where things get really trippy. Let's talk about free will. If we're living in a simulation, do we actually have free will? Or is everything we do just a part of the program? If the simulation's creators designed it, does that mean that we're just following a script? No matter how much we feel like we're making choices. Think about it. Every decision you've ever made, was it really your choice? Or was it already programmed into the system? Was it destiny?
Is choice and free will just an illusion? Philosophers have questioned if our decisions are our own.
Now, think about all those weird moments in your life. Those off moments. What about when you meet someone new and it feels like you've known them forever? Or you hear a song at just the right moment and it feels like it was meant to be, kind of like it's a part of the soundtrack of your life. If we're living in a simulation, does that change anything? For some people, it might be a comforting thought. Like, who cares? It's all just a simulation. It's not real anyway. But I'd argue it actually makes life more interesting. If we're all part of a much larger simulation designed by someone else, doesn't that make our journey more meaningful?
Questions like what is real and how do we define existence are important to ask, don't you think?
The fact that we're here, asking questions, searching for answers, that's what makes life exciting, don't you think? Now, here's a question. What if we could create our own simulations one day? If we could simulate a whole universe, would we? Would we create our own reality? Imagine The Sims, but on steroids. Or it could even be us. What happens when we reach that point? Will we become the creators, designing worlds just like our own?
Will AI become conscious and want to create a world of its own? Or would it want to occupy ours?
So, before we finish, I've got a personal thought I want to leave you with. Back in 1998, I was lucky enough to be on set for a scene being filmed for The Matrix. At the time, I had no idea that this movie would change the way I saw the world forever. I didn't realize it then, but The Matrix got me thinking about alternate realities, simulated worlds, and the possibility that everything around us might not be what it seems. It was one of those moments that stuck with me. And here I am today, still asking those same questions. So, I believe it's entirely possible that we're not just living in a reality we can touch and feel. We could all be a part of something much larger, something we're still trying to wrap our heads around. Before we go, let's fire up this conversation. Do you think we're living in a simulation? Have you ever had a moment where something felt just off, like a glitch in the Matrix? Drop us your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's keep this discussion going. Well, guys, that's it. We made it. That's our first chat in the bag, and one of many more to come. I hope you liked it, and who knows, maybe you might just look at things a little bit different from now on. And if you like this video, no pressure at all, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Once again, I'm Mike, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you stay curious and share what you know with those that are happy to listen. Bye for now.